What up, my YouTube peeps, peepettes? It's your boy Trevor coming back at you with another update video. I know it's been a little bit, but it's been a crazy time. Currently right now, sitting here in Burnsville, Minnesota. Just dropped off a YRC load, different loop. Waiting on them to finish up loading our other trailer, and we're going to be heading out to Charlotte, North Carolina, and then hopefully from there we'll be heading home. But been a very crazy while. We should actually be home right now. I should be home enjoying time with the fam and all that, but unfortunately we hit a deer again. This time we hit a buck. Yeah, so we had to get her. We hit her right outside of Evanston, Wyoming, and had to get towed all the way back to Salt Lake City, and then got a rental car in Salt Lake City and drove all the way back to Bakersfield, California to pick up our new truck, which is actually, boom, I don't know if y'all can see that, international. So yeah, I'm rolling international now. First time in one. I kind of like it. It's alright. I'll get on to that here in a little bit. But yeah, hopefully we should be home Monday, so that way we can enjoy Thanksgiving with the fam and everything. Hopefully we can get home Monday. But yeah, I was actually gonna, talking about international, I was going to talk about that a little bit. I guess now I've kind of rolled in every truck the CRST has, with the exception of the Peterbilts, which there's only about like 5 of those in their fleet, so the odds of you getting a Peterbilt are probably slim and none, because I think all those are out. And the new Kenworths that they have, which I want one so bad. They look awesome, but I haven't rolled in those yet. We had a chance to get one, but most of the ones that you see, for those of you going up to the terminal, probably Cedar Rapids if y'all going up there, or to Oklahoma City, because that's where I've been seeing them at. And most of those that you see probably are not even in the system yet, which kind of sucks. But yeah, this is our fourth truck, I believe. Yeah, fourth truck we've gone through in like 2 months. Yeah, first one we had, it was about time. It was old and time for a trade-in, so we traded up to another Freightliner. Then we hit that one, or no, that one maintenance messed up. They messed up the transmission on it whenever it was going in for a PM service. Don't ask me how they did it. That's, yeah, stupid. But dang thing wouldn't go back into the low range, so took it over to the Freightliner dealership. They said it was going to take like a week for them to get it fixed. I was like, we can't wait that long. So we got us another Freightliner, and that's the last one we had. And that one we smoked a buck with it. And now we have this truck, good old Ingrid. Yeah, I name my trucks. Call me weird, but I name my vehicles. But Ingrid the International, she's done pretty good so far. It's a little different. I kind of like it though. Like I said, there's a few things about it that are different, but for the most part, it's all the same. So basically, honestly, I would have rather had a Volvo, but each one has their ups and downs. That's what I was going to talk about, since I've driven most of them, except for the Kenworths and the Peterbilts that they have, which, like I said, you probably won't get a Peterbilt, but you might get a Kenworth, so I can't give you my opinion on that. But honestly, the Internationals, I like them. They're a little small, but surprisingly, they look small on the outside, but surprisingly, they're actually pretty roomy on the inside. The only thing I don't really like about these so far is the Jake brakes. The Jake brakes work a little weird to me, just because I'm used to rolling used to rolling Freightliners, sorry. And I'm used to like being able to cancel out the cruise and the Jakes do the work for me. With this one, you actually have to hit the brakes, and they work with the brakes or something. I don't know exactly how it works. It just doesn't seem like the Jakes work as well in this as they do in the Freightliners or the Volvos. But I like it. It's got good storage in the back. I would show you the back, but my co-driver's, well, he's not asleep. I think he's watching TV, but I don't want to pester him. Maybe I'll give you one walk around of it whenever I get home. But for the Freightliners, I really like those. They're good trucks, good power. The only thing I don't really like about them is the space. The space is a little lacking. Doesn't have much storage space in it, but you make do with what you got. That's the only main thing I don't really like about those. And the fact that every time I get one, I hit something with it. Well, not really, but yeah. And with the Volvos, I love the Volvos. I'm a big fan of them. They're just, the only negative thing I guess about them is they're just huge. I mean, they are big. They're the Cadillacs of the trucking world, I guess you could say. I mean, they're big, lots of storage space. The only negative thing about them is, to me, they're lacking in power. I think the fact that it's an 8-speed, we roll CRST, most of their trucks with Volvos run 8 speeds. So it's a little lacking in power to me, and it's a little different trying to learn where to shift at, because if y'all going through the training, y'all know, like 55 miles an hour you're supposed to be in 10th gear, 45 9th gear, and so on and so forth. You add up the last two numbers up until like 15 miles an hour to tell you what gear you're supposed to be in for high range. But that's about the only thing I didn't really like about the Volvos. They're a little lacking in power, but I love the space. The space kind of made up for it. But you just take what they give you, I guess, and work with it, because that's just kind of what you got to do sometimes. But with us running dedicated loops now, we have like a change of clothes and a couple of little minor things. That's about it. I mean, we've got all kinds of space in this thing, so it's not any real big issue for us. But yeah, I guess I don't even know really what I want to talk about. I'm just kind of blabbing right now. I will say, I guess, one thing, I don't know, y'all probably don't even give a shit, but I just kind of wanted to throw it out there. The truck stops, in my opinion, the best truck stops to stop at are Love's. Their point system is awesome. They usually have good showers. Some of them are a little small, though. That's the only negative to them. Some of them are a little small, so it's a little harder to find a parking spot. But if you roll through there in the daytime, you should easily find a parking spot at any truck stop, really. But the Love's point system for fuel, and if for those new guys, you'll learn about that. Get you a Love's card. They're free. They're easy. Love's are probably my favorite, followed probably by the Flying J's and Pilots, I guess. Just because I like the Flying J's because they usually have Denny's. So if I'm got some time, I usually try to find a Flying J and get Denny's or Huddle House or whatever they have there. And then I like the I'm not a big fan of them usually for fueling up, just because I don't have the cards for them. But like the TAs and Petros, they use an Ultra One card. I believe they're free as well, but they take more time. You can't like just run in there and get a card and register it in immediately. You have to like register it in, and they mail you the card. It's a longer process than I'm willing to do. But I like the TAs mostly because of the Country Pride. I'm a big Country Pride fan. I usually, with the loop that we have, and there's a TA right next to the YRC that we stop at in New York, and if we have to wait a little bit for them to finish loading our trailer, I usually go in there and give me a bite to eat and then come back and the trailer's ready to go. I got a full belly and we're off rolling again. But and then you'll have the nitpicky truck stops like Sap Brothers. That's another big one that we sometimes stop at, and then sometimes you'll have just some random truck stops. Usually they use the name brands though, like Love's, Flying J Pilot, and TA Petro. They'll usually use those. Sometimes we've used Sap Brothers a couple times. I don't like using them just because I don't even know if they have any kind of cards or anything. But you just kind of go with it. It's fuel. It's fuel. They pay for it, so you can't really complain. But oh yeah, I guess that's one thing I do and don't like about the internationals, kind of at the same time. The internationals apparently do not run DEF. I don't know what it is about it, but apparently they don't run DEF in these, or at least in the model that I have. It doesn't have a DEF tank. So it's kind of a good thing, just because you don't have to worry about running out of DEF or anything, or watching after another fuel gauge or whatever. But at the same time, it's kind of a bad thing because that's extra points towards your fuel card, and I rack up on those. I've got like enough for loves that I could probably buy the damn store. Okay, not quite, but it's really easy to rack up points there. I'm trying to save up for a CB radio for our truck, because coming wintertime we're going to need it, because I wish we would have had it going through Oklahoma last week, because it got really icy out there. Lots of people were slipping and sliding around, and yeah, it was a fun time. But I believe that's about all I really want to talk about. I'll probably give you all a review and update, or a review and show y'all around the truck and stuff whenever I get home. But I believe that's about all I got. If y'all like me, like my insight, whatever, subscribe. It only takes a second. Like the video, dislike the video. It only takes a second. Don't really care. If y'all have any questions, like always, leave them in the comments down below. I'll get to them as quickly as I can. And yeah, I think that covers everything. But as always, boy Trevor signing out. Peace, guys. Take it easy.